Hello and welcome to The Villain Was Right, the podcast where we look at movies and TV shows from the villain's perspective and dare to ask, were they really all that bad? I'm your host, Craig Fay.
And I'm your host, Rebecca Reeds. We found it. Holy fuck. It's my own name. What is happening? Oh, no.
If they don't know who you are by now.
Oh, no. It's going to be a loose one, boys. It's going to be a loose one.
I'm your host, here we are.
That's my name in fish language.
This is the mental state that this movie we're doing today puts you in. That's what we call a professional segue right there. Well, guys, we're continuing our holiday movie month with A Christmas Prince.
A Netflix movie that has 2 more movies after it.
Oh, this was successful.
It was very successful.
And I kind of see why. This is,
I do. It has the exact structure of a Hallmark movie.
Yep.
That's it. That's what it is.
Massively inoffensive in every way.
Yes. Unless you hate royalty, in which case I'm coming in hard.
I knew there would be some monarchy arguments in this.
Of course.
100%. Yeah, and this was my first time seeing it.
Of course, me too. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't high on my watch list up until now, but yeah, good. Guys, if you have not seen A Christmas Prince, basically, we have our main character, Amber, and she's a journalist in New York City.
And we're using that loose.
Yeah. Or she's like an assistant editor or something. She's basically rewriting people's stuff when they don't follow word counts. Anyway, and she's got her 2 friends who I didn't even bother to look up what their names are.
It does not matter.
Does not matter. They're basically
work friends.
And basically, she gets called into her boss's office, and her boss is like, "Hey, we don't have anyone to cover this. You've got to fly to the kingdom of Aldovia and cover that the prince, whose father died last year, has to take over the country in 1 year, so on Christmas, or."
Who's running it now? Anyway,
or they have to do it. There has to be, so it's like this playboy, and they fly her all. They fly them there and like get the scoop, and basically the prince doesn't show up. And although no, he does steal her cab. Although she does not recognize him because he's wearing a very bad fake beard.
It's not great.
And she's like, that jerk. And goes to the press conference, and then the prince doesn't show up, and all the press are like, well, phooey, I can't believe that we flew all this way for nothing.
Yeah.
And then she's like, you know what? I can't go home empty-handed. So she sneaks into the castle and starts just taking pictures of random shit, and is mistaken for the Princess Emily's new tutor, American tutor, because she's American. Nobody checks any credentials. They just put her in a room with a small child. Anyway, so the ruse continues that she is the thing, and grows closer with the prince. Would you know, Prince Richard? He's not that bad. Everything that said that he was a playboy was wrong. And shenanigans, I guess.
There are, I would qualify them as shenanigans, yes.
And the Princess Emily does find out that she's not a tutor and is in fact a journalist, and is like, I'm going to blackmail you, so you have to cover the true story about my brother. And
I'm so excited to talk about that.
And then and then Amber is so curious about the prince that she follows him on horseback out into the woods, where the horse kicks her off. She gets lost, attacked by wolves.
That was a wild scene. I was like, that came out of nowhere, man.
Prince Richard comes and shoots off a gun and saves her. They go to the his father's old hunting cabin.
Ooh la la.
And it's like romantic, and they're about to kiss when the horse whinnies.
That's exactly what happens.
And so they don't. And he goes out to check on the horses, and she finds a secret document that's basically says Prince Richard is adopted, so he can't inherit the throne. and she's like humming and hawing about whether she should reveal this because it's a great scoop, but like it would ruin his life. He's like helping with orphanages and stuff, but also not showing up for official duties. And then we're introduced to Lady Sophia, who is his ex, basically, who really wants the crown and is like, get back together with me. We're better together. And then Simon, who's the prince's cousin, who is next in line for the throne because of patriarchy, and is like, I want to be the prince, or I want to be the king, I guess. And then it's revealed at the coronation that, like, Simon and Lady Sophia get their hands on the adoption documents and then out Prince Richard at the coronation. This is so much more complicated than it does any need to be. They out him at the coronation. They're like, oh no, we've only got 2 days. So they go and try and coronate Simon as the king, but then Amber finds a secret law hidden in a wooden acorn that the king gave.
Oh my god!
And that says I changed the law, and actually he can inherit the throne. And then she flies home, and he comes and gets her and proposes.
Yeah.
Roll credits.
Yep.
Right.
Absolutely.
Amber has a dad too. He's not important.
He's not
basically he's a character that they're like, it's okay, you're not home for Christmas, right?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah.
His job is to be like, this sounds like it's your big break.
I'll be okay with Christmas alone. I love your mother.
Some of the dialogue in this movie is hysterical.
Oh, yeah.
Hysterical. Honestly, I get liking this movie.
Yeah.
It's a bit of the plot line is ridiculous. Okay. And some of the lines, I was like, there's no way you're saying that for real. Like, you guys are cartoonish. I'm not going to say it's even particularly well acted. Okay. Except for that little girl. I think that little girl's stealing the fucking...
Emily? Yeah, she did.
Oh, I think I really liked her character. I liked everything she was doing. I was like, I full ship that little girl. I was like, I love her.
Yeah,
she seems great.
She was actually pretty fun.
Yeah, she was fun.
Putting mice on your chair. And,
yeah, no, I really liked her. And I think Amber is so fucking bad at her job. Unbelievably bad at her job. And it makes so much sense to me that at the end of it, she's a blogger. I was like, yeah, that's what you are.
Yeah.
You're a blogger, and you've been writing like a blogger this whole time.
Because you don't have journalistic integrity.
You have none. None, and a bunch of other things we'll get into. But I guess who are the villains, Craig?
I mean, I'm going to put that up as Lady Sophia and Simon.
Yes, of
so
course.
Romantic rival and rival for the crown.
Yep. Absolutely. And I'm just going to say...
and I'm also going to say her boss a little bit.
Yes.
At the newspaper or magazine or whatever.
Which, okay. Well, you know what? Let's just start with the smallest villain. Okay.
Sure.
I'm going to start with her boss. She's right. She's like, we write a gossip rag. Okay, that's our job. That's what you come in here and you're like, well, that's not exactly. I'm like, we're posting that like aliens are real. Like, please just understand where you're working here. Mm-hmm. Okay, I can't ship out this puff piece. It's not gonna work for our clientele. You fundamentally do not understand where you work.
Get us the dirt.
Get us the dirt. That's your whole job. Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
I full ship on that. I understand it. I get her. Absolutely.
I send you Aldovia. I can't use anything you've ever had.
Yes.
You've handed in. Good news for you. Mm-hmm. You get to keep your job.
Yeah. It's called Now Beat Magazine. Okay, please. Like, just take a full seat.
Oh, yeah.
Please take a full seat.
No, and they show a cover of it, like, to say, like, okay, Prince Richard is this Playboy guy. Yeah. And it is the worst photoshopped magazine cover.
Yeah.
It looks
Love
it looks like something I would make in Microsoft PowerPoint, not an editing software.
By the way,
not what you're supposed to use that for. Yeah. But it looks like something I could have created in Microsoft PowerPoint in 1998. It's like, it's that bad.
I didn't even clock it.
It's so bad looking. I was
so focused on the dialogue that didn't even hit me. Because I gotta tell you, team, there is, within the first 2 minutes of this movie, somebody in earnest goes, that went well. Come on, get out of here, guys.
Oh, it's one cliche down, another to go.
Woo. I fucking laughed so hard. That went well. Shut up. Get out of here. I knew exactly what movie I was watching the second that happened. I was like, oh, we're on right now. Holy smokes. Because some people in this movie, I just will say, are not bringing their A game to the performance.
No, and some people are doing the best they can with what they have.
Yes, absolutely. Honestly, I didn't find the prince that bad. I was like, the prince is kind of, I think his performance is pretty decent.
Yeah, he was all right.
The friends were rough.
The friends were a little.
The friends were rough.
The Zoom friends.
Oh, it was rough. And I think it's also, again, not 100%. Like, I'm not even gonna fully blame the actors on this, because I'm like, the lines you were given, I don't know how you do it. Like, I honestly, I don't know how you do it either. So to be fair to those two people, they might be really good in something else.
Yes. Yeah. It just wasn't. The stilted look into camera, almost certainly filmed at a different time with no one else to respond to. Yeah.
No. I'm not really gonna put it on anybody for not putting their whole pussy into this movie.
No.
I get, that's fine.
Oh, you came in with given a 7 out of 10 effort? Yeah, that's about right.
I love the timelines this movie has given of just like, it's about to expire. I'm like, is that real or lazy writing? I don't even know.
They are so preoccupied with laws in this. Like, it's the law of the land.
Yeah.
That
of Aldovia.
That we have to have, like, the king has to be inaugurated a year. Like, the interim thing can only last a year.
But also, who's running it in that time?
Thank you.
Who's in charge? Because it seems like maybe these should be elected officials.
Yes. There is a prime minister. But that doesn't necessarily mean that it's a democracy.
Because they keep really saying who's going to run the country. They keep hitting that note a lot.
And and the secret law really shows that, like, the royalty has unchecked and unrestrained authority to make any law that they want, right?
Yes.
Even it's like, oh, yep, the king did it. It was law the whole time. Oopsie, never told anybody about it.
Hid it. Also, that last scene where they're like, oh, it's by the king. I'm like, I think maybe we need a couple more eyes on this bad boy before we start whipping out kingship here. Okay?
Right?
Like, I think maybe we should have somebody, because like when Simon and Lady Sophia, when they're like fighting it, I'm like, no, fight it. You're right.
Yeah, let's
fight it.
You know what? Let's get some DNA tests up in here.
Also, the idea, I just think human beings are so funny, because I think it's so I was just elated. I was just giggling to myself that it's the crown, like it's some sort of magic thing that if it's an inch off of his head, it doesn't count yet. It's so fucking funny to me.
Yes.
Is that the second this is placed on, it's not a signature, not a like swearing in, none of that. It didn't matter. The crown, if the crown is placed upon his head, it's done.
It's done.
That's
and not
the
until
seal.
Then.
That made me laugh so fucking hard. I was like, that's so funny.
Yes, because it's a movie that's so obsessed with rules, but
yes.
like it just makes the rules up to do whatever they need to do.
Yes,
right?
lovely,
like it has to be a year, because we need a ticking time clock for it to be like, well, he needs to do it by Christmas, right? It has to be the natural born son, because it's this. Like, there's so many rules, and then they're like, oh, we painted ourselves into a corner. And I thought it was going to end with, and this would be a little bold. Well, it turns out here's a letter from the king being like, actually, I banged another woman. And
I kind of thought that was going to be it too, dude.
He is my son, and he can be king. But then you're like, oh, then the king, like that's a way darker tone than this movie is willing to take.
I don't think this Hallmark movie.
So they're like, oh, secret law.
Or like maybe even renouncing everything and being like, we should be done with this or whatever. I don't know. But the idea, I also love, there's a very short moment at the end where they're like, oh, we can't do this without all of the officials here. And they're like, well, go get them.
Oh, and also the queen has to...
The queen has to be here. And they're like, he's like, but it's Christmas Day. And I was like, that was the timeline the whole time. That was the timeline the entire time. You all were going to be here Christmas Day. Why are you like, but we can't get her now. It's Christmas Day. It's like, that was what you were saying the whole fucking movie.
Yes.
It fucking killed me, dude. I was laughing.
You knew the deadline was Christmas Day.
We can't get her here. It's a holiday. Everybody has it off. Like, what?
And it's like, it's the rules. The queen has, like, that's the like, they delay the thing because the queen isn't there yet, which gives the heroes time to figure it out. But they're like, the queen has to be there. I was like, okay, I understand that you need, like, a fucking ceremony or whatever.
Yep.
What if the queen is dead? Like these rules have to apply all the time forever.
And also, these guys are just the villain because they want the thing. That's it. They're only the villains because they want the thing. It's like they're not even the ones manipulating these laws.
No.
They're not even the ones like rewriting anything.
The good king was.
They're working through the system they've been given, okay? Also, their only other crime is really like, that woman's suspicious. Oh, thank God someone's paying attention.
Thank God there is one adult in this castle who is like, the woman who's obviously not what she seems doesn't seem to be what she seems. And yes, they just want it. They just want it. And one, I don't know, maybe after living in the country for a year without any leadership and nobody being able to make any decisions over anything, domestic policy, foreign policy, whatever, because your fucking prince is off gallivanting.
I don't want it.
I don't want it. Because I got a daddy and I don't want it.
Maybe I don't got a daddy. I don't want it.
Daddy, I was mean to daddy once. Well, then maybe...
I was mean to daddy once.
Maybe you suck
that's good.
So maybe Simon's like, hey, either abdicate. Abdicate?
Oh, buddy, you were looking at the wrong person.
Give up the crown.
Yeah, there we go. Hey,
that's the word I was looking for.
Found it.
and let somebody actually rule and make the laws.
Yeah.
Or show up and fucking take it on.
Good
You can't be all wishy-washy for a year being like, oh, well, I'm going to go.
I don't know, but now that you want it, I need it.
Yeah, I'm going to show... no. And so absolutely, I think a country should have leadership.
Yeah.
I think if you got to live in a country and watch it like struggle because like whoever's supposed to be in charge isn't, like it's crazy.
The fact that it's only men is ridiculous.
That's like all old school.
I know. I'm just like, guys, please. You're calling people on cell phones right now. Like, I'm begging you.
Give it to Emily.
Yes.
Give it to Emily.
Oh, Emily would rule that place so well.
Right?
I strongly believe that
My
child
son
would be a great
everybody
choice.
sees.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, give it to Emily, 100%. But the other thing is like that you're like, she's a little suspicious. We'll keep our eye on her.
She could not be more suspicious at all times.
Is so bad at even telling the most easy lies, right?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
When Emily's like, oh, you're a writer? And Amber goes like, oh, no, I used to be, and now I'm a tutor. You can be both a tutor and a writer.
Yeah. If anything, you need to be. It's actually required. It's like, oh, I saw you were tending bar, but I thought you were a comedian. Yeah, no shit. I can be both.
Oh, you're in a band and a barista?
Whoa, hold on, slow down.
Sorry, you're tutoring children while you write the next great American novel? Whoa. Almost like you're using your education for something. The other one that got me was like, You went to school in New York? I thought you were from Minnesota. As she freaks the fuck out.
I went to school there. I went to college there.
It's like that's the most normal thing.
She is the worst liar on the planet.
Yeah. I'm from Minnesota.
Every time.
I'm from Minnesota, but I went to school in New York. As far as I know, that is true of you, period.
Yeah, it's like she's a journalist that has never heard of questions. Do you know what I mean? What are these? What's this thing at the end of this sentence? Your voice is going up. What? It's so funny to watch.
Just that little scream you did. It's so.
She's so funny. Dude, I also love that she's a journalist that is, and maybe this is just the norm now. I actually have no idea. So this is not a firm criticism. I want to be clear about that. But I was like, I feel like you would maybe be taking photos with something other than your cell phone.
Yeah.
She's like zooming. She's also the thing she's taking photos of. I'm like, what? She's taking photos of like suits of armor and shit. She's like taking a video of the prince playing piano. I'm like, what?
I think I'm figuring out who he really is. A piano player? Did you know that the royal family owns a piano?
Oh my God.
We did.
That killed me. That was so funny. Also, just like everything she's diving into, I think like firmly unethical. Where I'm like, I think there was maybe a couple of things we could have done before like just breaking into a place.
Just flat out Snoop.
Because I also love how offended she is, where she's like, oh my God, there's so many things that are bad about her journalism. But she's like, I can't believe you went through my computer. Bitch, you're in my house. Okay? You're in my house, and I clearly don't know who you are because I, a child, has figured out that you're lying almost immediately upon arrival.
Because you're such a bad tutor.
We're doing like equation-y, fraction-y things. Girl, you sound like you don't even know words. You don't know words.
That's my favorite part too, because it's like when somebody writes what's supposed to be hard math, so this is absolutely a criticism of the writers here. But she goes, "What is even a scatter plot?" And I go, "Yeah, that's like a fucking grade 8."
Yeah.
You know, like, oh, well, you put the dots on and you connect the line. Like, I was like, if you'd been like, I don't even know what a derivative is. Fine.
Sure.
I don't even know, what an integral or like, what's a standard deviation? Just anything like that. I would be like, fine. But when you pick the term from like grade 7, grade 8, like data science class.
Yeah. And also, you don't have to be good at this. You have to be one lesson ahead. That's it. You need to spend 1 hour at night going, okay, how do I do tomorrow?
Yep.
Just to skirt this, just to keep it going. Okay. Yep. Oh my God. Okay. So at one point, I screenshotted it because I was like, so this comes across the screen at one point where it says notes 4.5. So she's already written a bunch of notes. She's typing it down. So I'm going to read you the whole thing because it made me so happy. So happy. This is journalistic notes that she is making.
I'm going to turn this into an article later.
The prince still reluctant. Why? It's more than just nerves. Have to find out! Exclamation point. Fear / insecurity / reclusiveness. Warmth. Family independence. Values over ambition. The prince is definitely starting to trust me. ... But can't seem like I'm prying. Sorry. I think I'm finally getting to know the real prince. ... So not what I thought. The coronation's almost here, but I still don't know the real story. I'm like, those aren't notes. That's a journal. That's your journal, babe.
Yeah.
That's a journal. Okay.
Yeah.
At no point did it have, aside from maybe like the fear, insecurity, I was like, maybe that line. Okay, maybe we're digging into something a little bit there. The rest of this, have to find out. Is that for you to read back later? Like, are you going to forget that you have have to find that out? Are you going to forget about that?
Yeah. Oh, is that what I have to do at that point? I have to figure that out?
I was cackling. That's so fucking funny. She's so bad. Every part of this,
Like,
I'm
there's
like,
no detailed family tree of
no.
like actual research that you would do, or like, here's Aldovia law, what this says about the laws of succession and like male ownership or whatever. There's no like, here's what Aldovian adoption is, or like, like her story would be better if she spent more time at a library in Aldovia researching their culture than in the thing with him.
Oh God. And I think it is very easy for Simon and Lady Sophie. Like, she doesn't even hide her shit well.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Like, if I had major government documents that I was trying to write about, I think I'd slip them like under a mattress or something. She just has them loose on her bed.
In a book bag, maybe. Yeah, something.
Yeah. Just loose out, okay? And again, a child cracked your computer because you left your password out.
How do you leave your password out on a laptop?
What do you say? She's got to have a sticky note on it or something. She's got a sticky note there. Here's my password. Have to find out 1, 2, 3. She is the worst journalist on the planet. So what I will give credit to this movie, where I'm like, oh yeah, where she ends up makes sense.
Yeah.
Where she's like, oh yeah, like this article I just posted online really popped off. I'm gonna keep kind of like blogging about this. I was like, yes, that makes sense.
That's
girl.
where you need to be. The other hugely unethical thing is like when Emily does figure out that Amber is a journalist and not a teacher, she essentially blackmails her into writing a puff piece about her brother. Like, that is so...
I'm going to push back on that a little bit, because what I took from that was she said, I want you to write the truth. She's blackmailing her into doing her job. That's how I took that.
No, fair enough.
She really is like, I just want you to write the truth about my brother. That's what I want. Everybody writes lies. I want you to write the truth about him. I want you to be a journalist.
And I agree she does that, because he does turn out to be a fairly decent guy.
Yeah.
But like, the situation is literally this. I want you to write good. I want you to write good things about my brother, or I want you to write about my brother. And I know that you are guilty of a crime.
Yeah.
And therefore, I want you to frame this public figure that you're investigating in a good light. Like, you know what I mean? That's not.
I think her wording here is what I'm really hanging my hat on.
Okay.
Because she says, like, my brother's wonderful, and I want you to write about that. But I want you to write, and she really does say the truth. Okay. And I think that's where I really hang it on, where I'm like, okay, she just wants the truth. And she knows he's wonderful, so it is essentially going to be a puff piece, but it's not like write only good things about my brother. If you find out something bad, don't write that.
Right.
She never says that. She says, I just want them to write the truth. And I'm like, I kind of get that. And I
just give him a fair
shake. I also get her being like, you're one of the few people that just treat me like a normal human fucking being.
Yeah.
And I would like to continue to hang out with you because I'm tired of these stuffy.
I want to go tobogganing.
I want to go have whatever. I want to shoot an arrow. That to me was honestly a very cute scene. Yeah. I was like, honestly, I'm not really super pulled into these type of movies, and I was like, I like that. That's fun. Okay, it's a fun thing to do, and the tobogganing very fun. I'm like, okay, yes, very fluffy, very puffy, but I liked it. I really like it. I think she's the best because also she very at the very beginning super really framed as like somebody who's going to be a problem.
Yeah, I'm going to chase all my tutors away.
I'm going to chase all my. It took 2.5 seconds for her to flip that book over. It took no time at all for her to be like, oh, you look at me like a human being? Oh, okay, we can hang out. like it took no time at all for her to flip the script like, immediately. Oh, she goes, oh, you're not an asshole. Okay, sick. I kind of get it. I'm like, you know what? I full ship her. I like her a lot.
Yeah. I did like the scene where she like reveals why she's in the wheelchair is so badly written though. Like she's like, sorry, I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable. It's like you brought up your own disability. With no context whatsoever. You just were like, I have spina bifida, and then wheeled away in a was like, sorry, and wheeled away outside. Like that's the most insane thing to do ever. You're like, you hate me, don't you? I have spina bifida, and like wheel away outside. It's like, I didn't mention any. I said hi.
Well, I think I could chalk that up to her being a kid.
Yeah, fair
and just
enough.
being in her own head about it. But I agree that this movie fucking it just
like,
fucks off whenever it wants to. Like it just we're doing this now.
We just go left now.
Okay,
Yeah.
sure.
This is what this scene's about.
Oh my goodness.
And I do also want to stress out that even when Richard is back in the country, he is still not doing any job or doing it well. And I want to hang this. I want to hang this on the orphanage scene.
I hated that so much, Craig. Oh, I hated it.
Go.
Please, no, you go. Continue, please.
Because like the thing is, this is like a fundraising thing for an orphanage, and the royals are going to appear, and it's a big deal that Prince Richard is here, and like the press is gathered, and then his mother introduces him, and he's not there, and everyone's all mad, and they're like, why does Prince Richard keep doing this? And of course, Amber goes off and finds that, oh, look at him. No, instead of seeking the spotlight, he's playing snowball fights with some orphans.
He has his priorities straight. And I'm like, he absolutely the fuck doesn't. You could do so much more good in a position of power than you could just be like, hi, you hit me with a snowball. This is what these kids need. And it's like, no, give them money. You live in a palace.
Just go stand in front of the camera and wave to people, because that's what people were there for. That's what people were donating money for, right? By calling attention to things. And guess what, Rebecca?
Yeah.
You can stand in front of a camera and tell people that they should donate and support orphanages, and then go play with the orphans.
Yeah, they're not on a timeline.
You can do both.
It is. Take some of that piano time, man. Just get out there. Like, he's such a dick. I can't.
Yes, he is a dick. And
He's such a dick.
And here's the thing. It's like, and he is from the get, right? When he steals her cab at the airport, it's like, oh, well, no one knew it was him, and she calls him a jerk or whatever, and then finds out that it's him. But the movie never retcons like why he jumped in front of the cab, like why he stole the cab, right? Like it wasn't like I was being chased by the paparazzi and I really needed to get away, or it was like, you know, it's like they never give him a reason for acting that way that is like therefore justified.
I think from what was left unsaid, okay, and my brain just kind of went, oh, you always have to do that. Because if you wait in line anywhere, it's imminent. It's going to be happening very quickly, especially because you're arriving when all the rest of the press is arriving. And I think just timeline-wise, that made sense in my mind.
Fair enough. But say that.
Say it, please say it.
Because otherwise it's just, the first interaction I had with you was you were a huge dick. And then you never apologized or like owned it for any reason.
Right. He was just like, oh, hey, I'm the huge dick, remember? You're in my house now.
You called me a jerk for stealing your cab.
Well, you were being a jerk.
Yeah. And so like he does a bunch of bad stuff all the way through. Not terrible stuff, but like shirks his duties. And I'm sorry, you're telling me that you're a king. You're a little prince in line for the throne. Your father is dead, and you go for a year to like discover yourself. You're telling me you're not playboying it up?
A little bit.
He's like, oh, I was sleeping on a tent, on a beach somewhere, and you're telling me you're not laying pipe?
Not pipe.
This guy's
not pipe, Greg.
This guy is laying pipe. He's laying pipe all over the world. You know.
Yep.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah, well, of course. Who do you think you're talking to?
You're single.
Yes.
All the money in the world. Yeah.
He's so many lines where he's like, I thought my duty was to those children. Can you imagine?
It is.
It is.
Which is why we needed you to stand up and acknowledge that.
Yeah. I'm also like, Queen, don't throw yourself down a hill. When she's like, take me next time. Ha ha ha. I'm a nice person. And it's like, I don't know, girl.
No. Oh, she's way too old for toboggan. I'm too old for toboggan.
So am I, dude. There is one hill in Toronto that will fuck your shit up. I'm pretty sure I watched a kid get a concussion on that that hill.
The Riverside Hill?
I think it's Riverside.
The park on Broadview?
Oh, no, that would be second. That would be number 2. No, I think it's the one, it's close to like Bickford.
Okay.
It just gets really, really icy.
Oh, I think I know that one. Yeah. Like,
I've seen
by Christie Station.
Yeah. Like, I've seen some injury.
But south of Christie.
Yes.
Yep.
I have seen some injury happening.
If anyone's coming to visit Toronto, check out our 2 death hills.
Yes, why not?
We occasionally get people asking, like, what should I check out in Toronto?
Yep.
The hills that give kids concussions.
Yes. Good Lord. Wear a helmet. I also think tobogganing, it's one of those things where I go, obviously hill dependent, okay? But I do think it's one of those things where I think it's like rollerblading where I'm like, I feel like we should be putting on some pads or something, okay? At least an extra thick snowsuit. You shouldn't be out here in denim, dude. Okay, you're going to ruin your shit.
Oh, it's one of those things where it's like, people will do it regardless.
That is fair.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
I'm not in charge.
Especially when all it takes is literally a garbage bag and a hill, and people will just do it. So it's probably better to like set a few rules, is what I'm saying, right? Like if you come and do this park, make sure you've got a helmet.
Done.
It's probably a helmet. Yeah.
I would love, because another part of this extremely bad journalism is her putting herself in very obvious harm's way immediately. When she steals that second horse, I just looked at her, I was like, okay, you're a New York girl. And your dad like has a dad. I'm like, I feel like there's a strong possibility you've never ridden a horse before. Yep. And then she confirms that one scene later. She goes, never ridden a horse before. I was like, yeah, I could tell by the way you were talking to the horse like you thought it understood you. The whole time she's just talking to it. I'm like, that's not how you instruct a horse. Okay, that's not how you get it done, unfortunately for you. And then she gets off. And then the wolf shows up, of course.
I know exactly what you're going to say.
The wolf, and her response to the wolf showing up is she goes, go on, get away, get out of here. I was crying laughing when she's like, get out of here.
And more importantly, drops down to mouth level with the, like she just falls.
You gotta get big. Get big.
Scare it away.
Try something.
Like a boxer stance or like something. Start kicking at it.
Get ready to fight. I'm not gonna say you're gonna win, but at least go out swinging. Yeah. Please.
No, don't just get eye level with the wolf.
Yes. I'm just gonna get down on your level, look you in the eye there.
Height is the advantage you have on a wolf, and not many others. There's no others. They got you on strength. Mm-hmm. They got you on numbers. Mm-hmm, they got you on. They got you on everything. You don't want to give up the high ground to a wolf. Anyway,
so funny. My other big favorite part of this is that it's the fact that this movie ends instead of just being like, hey, come back with me. Like, let's continue this relationship, okay? I've been thinking about you a lot. I really like you. Come back with me, okay? Like, let's just see where this goes. Obviously, like, I got to spend most of my time in the country I rule. But, let's go back. Full proposal.
Yeah.
Full proposal. Buddy, that is Love Actually timelines. Okay.
That's too quick.
It is far too quick. I'm like, bitch.
You didn't even know her real name for most of this.
Yeah. I think like 2 weeks has passed of you knowing this human being.
Yeah. Yeah, because it ends on New Year's.
It ends on
And
New
he was
Year's, and she
coronated on
arrives like
Christmas.
a bit before Christmas. Like, guys, let's just go on why don't we go on a date?
Let's go grab coffee.
Let's go have a chit chat. What's your favorite movie? Okay. Like, let's dig into your politics a little bit, maybe.
Oh, a dictator?
Oh, you can fly my father's restaurant to Aldovia.
Your sister always jokes about being able to throw journalists in the jail, and they believe her.
Yeah.
Because you can.
Because you could write a note and then stick it in an acorn, and that makes it so. That makes it real.
The secret law. I would be if I was. Oh, here's the thing. If this movie was not a Netflix, Hallmark ripoff, if this happened in the Middle Ages, everything that happened in this would lead to civil war. Right?
Yeah, fair.
Like Simon is going and raising an army.
Yeah.
And they would be called the Simonites, and like versus the Christmostians or whatever, and it would be like the fourth what is the place called? Like Aldonian Civil War.
Yeah.
And it would last for generations. And it'd be like I'm sorry, a secret law? Hell no, I'm back in Simon. I'm gonna get the lords together. Yep. He's for land reform. We need it. Fuck this. Richard, the absent king?
Yeah. I don't think it's going good. And now, mind you, I have not watched the next two movies, but...
That's the kind of king that gets himself buried in a parking lot. Actually, I think that was Richard as well. Richard III, they found in a parking lot in the UK.
I don't know if you clocked this at all, but in my opinion, Simon and Lady Sophia had a bit of a Team Rocket vibe.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, these guys have a real Team Rocket vibe where they're like saying things that are definitely like kind of evil, but they're mostly not doing anything wrong. You know what I mean?
They kind of have more attitude than they have
anything else. They're like lipstick on a pig. And it's like, all right. Well,
she's gorgeous.
She is absolutely stunning. And that scene where she gets the makeover and then she's going down in her dress and then she's got her little shoes on really reminded me of Kat at your wedding. I was like, oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah, Kat wore like some Chuck Taylors, high tops, pink, with our initials on them, actually.
Yes. I thought that was very cute.
And we got a nice photo of we did like the first look.
Yeah.
And we got this nice photo of so obviously like we see each other, we're crying or whatever, and then there's one where it's just like she's like lifting up her dress and be like, look.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ah. It's really fun. Yeah.
I also want to say that I strongly believe one of the bigger villains of this film is actually the Queen, because she was absolutely willing to ignore her own country's laws to get it done for her son. Absolutely just willing to turn a blind eye and be like, listen, I know the truth, but I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
That's wild. And like, I do get her stance, like that scene where she's like, no, like the moment I saw you, you were always my son. Okay, like I had you in my heart, my father had you in his heart. Like, we've always strongly believed that we are absolutely your parents, of course. And like, I totally get that. I do not get being like, well, we're gonna lie our way through this.
Oh yeah, she's basically like, well, I could not adjust to a lower standard of living.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I need to reserve this because if Simon gets in. She's kind of out. Her and Emily are like...
Oh, yeah.
Like, he gets the palace. That's the way that works.
Also, like, strongly, if this prince strongly believes it's all about the kids, okay, it's all about the orphans, and it's all about, where they're living and how they're living and what they're doing, maybe sell a few of these vases. maybe sell a few of these art. Maybe we don't need all these wings. Maybe one of these wings is for the orphans now. Maybe they live here with us.
Yeah.
Okay. because we have more money than God.
Anybody who can put a priceless Ming vase on a very narrow pedestal
Yep.
immediately adjacent to a door, you have too much money.
You have way too much. They really frame it like he's such a philanthropist. And I'm like, look around, dude. Be serious. It's like those billionaires that donate, like, they're like, well, I donated $500,000. And I'm like, that's like me donating $5 dude. That's nothing. You're doing nothing. Okay. Good Lord.
Yeah.
Dig in a little deeper if you really believe you're one of the good ones.
Yeah.
Okay, all of them gone. All of them gone out on the streets. Okay.
Yeah. Civil war is what it's.
Absolutely.
Or revolution.
Revolution. That's what.
might
Revolution.
Be, the
Absolutely.
White Army, the Red Army. It's all going down in this place.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I might actually just watch the next 2 movies just to see what happens. How do we skirt this, boys? How do we get this done?
Secret laws.
Yeah, secret. Wait, how many more? Do you think the next 2? I'm so excited.
Well, I think the next one is like a Christmas wedding.
Yeah, well, yes, of course.
I think that's what
and
it's
then
called,
the third one is them having a baby, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yes. And it's like, what are we doing here? Is it about more laws? It's like laws heavily in the next 2.
I hope so.
That would, everything hinges on it. They still
Actually,
got
there was another secret law that says that Simon's the king. And you're like, was this old king in his old age just like writing secret laws and hiding them around
just
their
keep
kingdom?
finding them around, like, okay.
Mice are illegal now.
Oh, God.
Everyone must wear a pineapple on their head.
So fun. Like, he's just losing it in his later days.
Yeah.
Because also,
Orphans are real children.
oh my God, Greg.
He's crazy.
But also, like, I think legally you might be able to, because I do they ever explain how he died or why?
No, but it sounded like it was quite sudden. I feel like it was like heart attack. Or something like
Okay.
that.
Because I was like, listen, if him and his old, I think you could argue maybe he was losing it a bit. I think if I'm Simon and Lady Sophia, I'd be fine. I'd be like, hey, we don't know if somebody was handing a loaded gun to his head while he was writing this.
Yes.
No one was around.
Because like even in monarchies, it's not like, yes, the king has absolute power or whatever, right? But there would still be like a process for like making laws official.
I would assume.
Like that's what like the court is for, and like the
Seems like
royal court.
Yeah, like maybe a few more of those boys in that building would have
signed off on it.
Would
and
know
been
about
like,
it and be like, yeah, we also like that,
and
sure.
It's in the books and lawyers know about it.
Yeah.
Like, and that's the other thing about this movie is forgetting that it would probably lead to civil war. Like, even in a modern context where things are more civil, like, for that whole year leading up to it, Simon would have been in the courts challenging this, challenging that, like that country, this country is in an absolute constitutional crisis the entire year leading up to this. They have no idea. This is unprecedented in their time. They do not know who their leader or king is going to be. The country is in fucking turmoil, and we're doing like DNA tests on people to find out who's like next in line.
Yeah.
And like what happens when a king just neglects his duty
Constantly.
and doesn't show up or have any interest in, like, who has the power to be like, it skips him and it goes to the next person.
And he's constantly, the prince, and this is something that really bothered me, was that he's constantly like, yeah, they're always writing the wrong thing about me. I'm like, you won't talk to them. You could control the message if you just got a microphone and was like, hey, I'm actually at this press conference. This is what I was doing.
I was laying pipe.
Yeah, was laying a lot of pipe, laying so much pipe down on the sandy beaches. It was just, I was like, if you just start talking to more people, you could probably control a bit of the narrative at least. And if you
100%.
really care about these kids and stuff like that, you're allowed to dictate what's going on here. You could show up and be like, I actually just really want to talk about the orphan problem we have or whatever.
Because it's a problem, apparently.
Yeah, Yes.
And that's the thing, is Sophie very specifically was like, you are bad at this, and you will fail without me. I'm a PR person, essentially.
We need PR.
Yes.
This is going to be important. You have to show up to these events so you look good, so that you can do the work you need to do, the work you want to do.
And so marry me. And it doesn't have to be for love, because we're fucking royals.
Yeah.
Right?
Or
Your
it
mother
could
thinks
be you did love me.
Yeah, your mother thinks it's a good idea.
Yep.
You know, so
I mean, would I marry her? Nah, but she's got a couple of good points.
Got a couple good points.
Couple of good points is all I'm saying. What do you think, Craig? Do you think it's time to rank those villains?
We've torn down the monarchy.
We have
started a civil war. Journalistic integrity. I think we got it all.
I have my ranking is my favorite lines of this movie. So, I'm of course ranking Team Rocket on this one. So from go on, get away, get out of here, all the way up to this sounds like it's going to be your big break. I am gonna give them that went well. And I think that's self-explanatory.
I love that. Oh, that went well.
Well, that went well.
I've got the secret laws scale.
Fantastic.
Fantastic. On a scale from an invisible parking sign all the way up to surprise death penalty. Surprise! You're dead now.
Surprise! You're dead.
I'm gonna give Simon a hidden fee. Nobody likes them or wants them, but they all know they're gonna stay.
Yes, factual.
They're here to stay. Yeah.
Oh my God! I will say before we get into it, I will say one of those singular lines where I was like, "Yo, that's kind of a bar." Was when he was like, "How long are you gonna keep a king on his knees?" I was like, "Oh, yo, that was kind of good." Actually, I was like, "That slaps." That's, how long are you gonna keep a king on his knees? I was like, "Whoa!" I was like, "Okay, that sounds like a bar. That's a rap lyric." Anyway, so team, before we get to our heroes and villains of the week, as always, there's a couple ways you can help out the podcast. If you would like to follow us, please follow us. We have Instagram, TikTok at VWR Podcast. You can find us on Facebook. If you would like to email us, because this was a suggestion, okay, this was requested, and I am sorry to the requester that it did take us a full year to get to it, but here we are doing it. You can email us at villainwasright@gmail.com to get our suggestions, or even just slide into our DMs. Yeah. We'll get it, and we'll throw it on the list. Would love to hear from you. And if you got a couple bucks,
you can support us on Patreon, patreon.com/thevillainwasright, where you're going to get monthly benefits for a monthly subscription. So that's how it works. You've heard of Patreon. That's how that works. You've heard of Patreon before.
If you haven't, we are doing a terrible job.
You always skip over this call to action section.
Yes,
apparently.
congratulations.
But yeah, at our very top tier, $7 a month gets you 2 bonus episodes every month. So for December, my pick for the month was we're gonna do a little recap of all the Simpsons Christmas episodes in the first few seasons.
It was lovely,
and it's like a nice little retrospective of this. And then Rebecca went and had to ruin it all. By picking her notoriously bad The Mean One, which is a Grinch horror movie.
Wasn't that bad, Craig?
Come
on now.
Bad. It was, anyway.
On the scale of things.
It could have been worse. Definitely could have been worse. So if you want to hear us talk about that and like over 150 other bonus episodes.
You get the whole back catalog.
As well as early release of episodes, ad-free episodes, and everything like that. So head on over to patreon.com/thevillainwasright. And thanks to everyone who supports us already and is listening to this section being like, yeah, why are you talking to me?
We love you guys.
And now it's time for our heroes and villains of the week. What do you got, Rebecca?
Oh, buddy, I got a villain. I got a little food poisoning.
No.
Oh, yeah, buddy. Okay, so again, Cancun. Okay, I was on one. Now, to be fair, I was at an all-inclusive. And listen, okay, we know all-inclusives. You're gonna get a little food poisoning. That's just to be expected. Okay, that's not I'm not trying to throw any shade at Cancun. I knew that was gonna go go down at some point.
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, I'm gonna feel a little unwell because nobody should have mussels and a hamburger at the same time. Okay, it's not the buffet plates were it was my own doing at some point. Although I think I pinpointed exactly what it was, and that was not my doing. It was some bad French fries. Okay, I had some bad French fries on a beat. Like the oil was there's something happening with I ate them and I was like I shouldn't eat these, but I was drunk, and I was like it'll be fine. Anyway, I'm pretty sure it was the fucking French fries. Anyway, to say, I gotta tell you. So I'm in our room. Okay, my boyfriend's using the bathroom. All right, similar reason, but I didn't know. Like it hit him early. You know what I mean? I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh no. And you know that moment where you're like, no, this is happening now. I have to take a shit. I'm like, this is not going to be a good one. Okay, it's not going to be enjoyable. I'm like, the clock is counting down, and I don't have access to a bathroom up here. So now I am, and if you get, it felt very, to describe it, it felt very bridesmaidsy to me.
No.
It did, because I am clench running. I have never clench runned like that. I gotta tell you, buddy, the last time I was this close to shitting my pants, I shit my pants. Okay, I was clench running, and we're on the 5th floor, and the elevators are slow. They're so slow. Okay, so I'm clench running, right? And I'm sweating. Just sweating my ass off. Like, my body's like, we're gonna get rid of some liquid one way or the other. I don't know.
Crazy how that happens.
Oh, yeah, it's just, it's barreling off me, right? So I'm running. I get into the bathroom and I can't find.
This is like the lobby?
The lobby bathroom. Okay. I can't find the light for the bathroom because every stall has its own individual light and I can't find it. And at that moment, I just had to go, Jesus, take the wheel. Wherever this lands, and hopefully we're in the general area of a toilet. I swear to God, in the full darkness, just absolutely went off. Okay, I swear to God, just darkness, just a hope and a prayer, because it was time. Okay, it was,
dear Lord, please let this shit find the toilet. In your name we pray.
Because I gotta tell you, if I have to call an employee, I don't know if I have enough money on me to give them. Okay, like I don't know if I got that kind of cash
taking
on me.
off jewelry.
Yeah. I'm just giving it to them. I'm like, listen, this is my bad, dude.
Taking earrings.
I was losing. I swear to God, dude, just in the dark, just hoping. And I, you know what? The hero, and then obviously the food poisoning is the villain. The hero of this story is that, and I don't know if it's all of because you know when you go to certain countries, they do stalls differently, and they think we're fucking weirdos for having like not a floor to ceiling door.
Oh, good for them.
That's what they have, a floor to ceiling door. So I was a contained, and I gotta tell you, hit the target.
Yeah.
Nailed it. Yeah.
Nothing but net.
Yeah. I know where a toilet's supposed to be. Yes. Anyway, it was because you know
Photo finish.
A photo because you know when your brain starts going, you're here. It doesn't even matter if you still have your pants on or not. You're like, you're here, and we've arrived.
It's the most dangerous time.
It's so crazy. It's like when you got your keys in your hand.
I've never had to pee more than when I had my keys in my, yeah.
Just fucking leveling. Anyway, that is my hero/villain.
That's great. Oh, you should have definitely gone
Bonnie,
second.
I also, okay, just as a side note, I know I've like piled on like 3, like I feel like I've done this 2 weeks in a row where I'm like, oh, and another thing. But a villain that I saw was, so like we were, I guess, we're on this resort and you can just bring plates of food to the beach if you want to, right? Like you can grab a hamburger or whatever and then just sit on the beach and eat it. The problem is that there's a lot of birds, okay? So you kind of got to be aware. I watched these kids and I was just so mad because I watched these kids fill up a full plate of food, ate like a quarter of it, and then instead of like disposing of it properly, they set it like pretty close. It just set it out for the birds to eat. And I was like, you fucking dicks. Because also I was like, I've eaten those French fries. We're all about to get shit on right now. This is about to be chaos.
Weird, this building wasn't white yesterday.
I was like, holy smoke, you don't know what you've unleashed upon the people of this beach. Anyway, so that's fine. That's
fantastic.
it.
Well, sounds like a very relaxing vacation.
It actually was. And I will say the food poisoning was short-lived.
One and done.
So it was
It was a done. Oh my god, yeah. So I also have a villain this week. Also has to do with food, weirdly enough.
Oh, I hope it's better than mine.
It is.
It is.
It would have to be.
It wouldn't be hard.
So this is like a week or so ago now, but like we were Kat and I were gonna go out to dinner and drinks with some friends, right? Like there was like 8 of us or whatever, and we were like, yeah, well, let's. We agreed on like what place, and Kat called. It's like, oh, I'll make a reservation. It's like a Friday night or whatever. So like 7:30, you've got 8 people coming. They're like, yeah, no problem, great. Come. And so Kat and I show up. And wait at the front, and we go, oh yeah, no, we've got a reservation. And like the waiter's kind of like busy running back. He's like, what was it for? It was like, it was under Kat for 7:30, and then the waiter goes like, oh yeah. Some of your parties already arrived. They're just out on the patio, like it's a heated patio or whatever, but like sort of separate room, right? And we're like, okay, cool. Like we're not the first to arrive, great. And we go out there, and then we look around, and we're like, oh. None of our friends are here. That's weird. And then we kind of go and like we're like, oh, we must be mistaken. And so we kind of go back, waved the waiter down again, and like go like, oh, sorry, like, was there some mistake like that? Those aren't like there's no one out here that's part of the party. And they go, oh, well, maybe we got the reservations confused. Let me just check.
Yeah.
And they check and they go, no, we have one reservation today for 7:30, and it's under Cat Angus. And we're like, yeah, and that's her, right? That's her.
I'd be whipping out ID at this point. I'd be fucking
and they're like, okay, well, okay, sorry, I'll just go talk to them.
Yeah.
There must be some confusion or something. And then we're like, this is weird. And like a couple other friends have like shown up at this point. And the waiter comes back and he goes, yeah. They say they know Cat Angus. And
it's on now. It's on now.
Yeah. And we're like, we don't know any of those people.
Show us. Did you? Oh, sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself.
It's like, so they're like, we're like, this is very weird. And they're like, yeah. So, I mean, it's a kind of anticlimactic, but like, basically they're like, okay, we'll seat you somewhere else. And like, they just took our reservation. And like, part of me literally wanted to just go up to them.
Of course.
Because there's a choice.
That's what I'm doing immediately.
There's a choice at this point, right? Where if we confront them, that's the whole night, right? We're not going to have a good time. We're just going to get...
Oh, I think you and I have definitions, different definitions of a good time.
There's the comedian choice, and then there's the nice dinner with our friends sort of choice.
Yes, you're right. I know you're right, Craig.
But just to go up to them and like sit down and be like, so
how do we know you?
How do you know Kat?
Yeah.
And just watch them squirm. But I was just like, I couldn't believe like the tenacity to like walk into a restaurant and be like, no, we're those people. And to not think that you'd get called on it.
I would have got sat down so fast.
One reservation for 7:30, and it's not like, oh, there's 2 Cat Angus, it's not, or like 2 cats and we sat the wrong. Sorry, it was just like, no, they just doubled down and be like, no, that's us.
Just tremendous,
right?
Oh my! I have so many. I absolutely would have sat down at that table. I would have sat down so fast. It would have given me such pleasure. I love catching somebody in something like that. It's my favorite.
Right?
But to say you are right. Okay, the way you handled it.
No. Right?
The way you acted is correct. You're like, listen, it doesn't matter. They have room for us anyway.
Yeah.
They can seat us in another set. We're fine. There's no big problem here. But sometimes.
What are you doing? The tenacity.
I think it's the audacity.
We live in a society.
Yeah.
No,
it is.
Like, this isn't against the law. It's not against the law. You can go and take someone else's reservation at a restaurant. No one's going to arrest you, but it's like not returning the shopping carts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, you don't have to return the shopping cart.
I think it's far worse than not returning the shopping cart.
Yeah?
To me, I like, unless you're leaving it in a really bad spot, yeah.
Yeah, right?
Because it's like, one is like you're neglecting to do something. One is you're actively doing something.
True. And you know that they will show up. You know someone will, like I think the equivalent would be like, oh, there's no one sitting in these seats at a sport. Like, it's like the second inning or something, or third inning or fourth inning at a baseball game, and no one sat in these seats. Let's sneak down there and see if we can. Yeah. And then you're like, who are you hurting? And then those people show up and you go, whoops, sorry.
I would love if it was like
someone's going to show up for a hotel for a dinner reservation. They made the reservation. I
would love if it was like a runaway sitcom thing where some guy had sworn he had made a reservation and he goes, "Oh yeah, that's the like alias I use." Yes. Yeah, he's just like lying to the whole group. There's actually only one person that knows what's going on. It's not even on behalf. It's just one guy, just like, come on, I hope it works.
Just white knuckling it there, and he pulled it off by the grace of literally us. The guy pulled it off.
You're just such a nice guy, Craig. I love that about you.
We needed you,
and that's
there.
That's not. I mean that fully, not as a slight, not as a diss. You are a very nice guy, and that is the way you should operate.
I will say I could see Kat getting more worked up about it, and I was like, I need to play fireman here a little bit. I need to cool this situation down and just make it about the friends and the meal.
No, you're right. You are right.
Yeah, but it makes for less fun of a story.
It would be me fighting every cell in my body. To say it would be every cell in my body on fire. But
love it.
Again, correct.
Let us know what you do. I don't know.
Anyway, that does it for us. As always, you can follow me at Rebecca Reeds on any platform of your choosing.
You can follow me at Craig Fay Comedy on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, craigfay.com for show dates. And I will be in Ottawa, Ontario in early January. So check out that for show dates.
And next week, it is audience choice. It's that time. We did a claymation poll, and this one, it was a landslide. We are covering Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. There's going to be some interesting arguments, and I love it. And that does it for us. This is The Villain Was Right, reminding you to not hide laws in acorns.
The Villain Was Right was produced by Andrew Ivimey for the From Superheroes Network. For more great podcasts like this, as well as YouTube series, webcomics, and so much more, visit FromSuperheroes.com.